What we're gonna do today is juicy baked chicken. Basically what we're gonna have here is I've got over here, we've got like a 5-pound bag of chicken that you should get from the store, you know, just normal boneless chicken. What we're gonna do is cook this up, right? We're also gonna have on the side is rice with cilantro and lime, mixed lime, okay? So normally on rice, you can actually boil it on the stove. If you don't have a rice cooker, I'm using a rice cooker. If you don't, you can use it on the stove and just boil the water at a ratio of 1 part rice, or 1 cup of rice with 2 cups of water. So that's your ratio, however much you want to make it. We have, if you haven't invested in one of these things, these are awesome. Very, very good to have. I mean, these things, we bought this like, I don't even know, like 13 years ago, probably longer.
15.
15 years, wow, 15 years ago. This same one, we went to the Asian market and we talked to the guy there and says, what's a good rice cooker? And he says, you want to invest on a really good rice cooker, buy this one. And ever since then, he was right. He goes, this is what the restaurants use. If you go to, you know, like a restaurant at the mall or things like that, this is what they use. They use this. They use one small thing like this to make a bunch of rice. So very awesome, make really easy. Just pour it in, get it, set it all up, no big deal. On this, it's basically a little different from a stovetop. The stovetop is 1 to 2, right? On this, it's like 1 cup of rice to 1.5 cup of water. So that's your difference in ratio on this brand. A different cooker is going to have different functionality or different equivalents, but just read the directions. It'll show you rice cooker. This is how you do it with this rice cooker. All right. So that's how we're going to do. So chicken. I went in and took it out of the bag or out of the container, and I'm just setting it up here. I've got it upside down right now because basically what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put some olive oil, drizzle with olive oil first all around, and then I'm going to put some seasoning. Whatever seasoning you have, or whatever kind of seasoning you like. One go-to really, Italian seasoning, just throw it on there. I also found this one called Applewood. We use for the grill as well. That's actually really good. Got a nice flavor to it. Another thing you like to do too with olive oil, if you don't have, you can use regular olive oil, but if you want to use seasoned olive oil, that's also another good thing to do. I actually kind of make my own now because I bought this and then I asked this bottle. And what I'll do is just all you got to do is put olive oil in there and just put like whatever seasoning you like. Put it in there. Put it at the bottom first. Coat the bottom, or just put enough in there of how much you want as far as the seasoning you want, and then you put your olive oil. And you do different experiments on how different flavors if you want to have flavored olive oil. So that's another way of doing it too. So, and all you do is just leave it in there. Just leave it in there. Let's set it. Just put it in there, let it set, and it'll infuse the oil with the dry ingredients. It'll just start mixing it all up. All right. So that's just a way if you want to do your own seasoned olive oil. All right. So like I did, I've got it face down first because basically when I'm done with it, I'm going to have it on the breast side up when I'm cooking it. All right. So all I'm doing is grab an olive oil. Just get a good drizzle on it. Then on one hand, like I said before, I'm just going to massage it in there, make sure it gets all in the crevices. Open it up a little bit, make sure it's all in there. Gets all into the crevices. All right. So there you go. So basically that's all I'm doing. I'm just gonna get a good drizzle on it. All right. Now at this time, if you got regular oil, olive oil, you don't have seasoned one, then that's when you go ahead and you just put in some seasoning on it. All right. So all I'm gonna do now is just turn it over and then get the other side. That way, because it's all drizzled right now on the top part, it's going to also help it so that it doesn't stick to the pan either. Right here. So that's why it's also another way of doing it in the pan itself. Plus you'll know how much of a pan you'll need by just as you put your chicken in there. It's like, do I have room for it? All right, so yeah, just go ahead and do it like that. All right, so that's all you need to do. Okay, so what I've got set, wash my hands real quick. All right, so basically that's all it is. Now the secret of getting really juicy chicken as you're baking it is you high heat. That's very important. So your oven is going to be at I've got it set for 400 degree oven, or 400 degrees in the oven. So that's basically the ingredient, is the secret there. A lot of people or start small or low heat and try to cook it up. It'll dry out. So what you want is high heat, and that way it does a coating on the outside, and then it starts cooking on the inside in its own juices. All right, and so we're just gonna stick it in there, 400 degree oven, right? Stick it in the middle there and just let it cook. We're gonna set it there for a good 25 minutes. And then we're gonna check it after 25 minutes, all right? Let's get to the rice. With the rice, we're waiting for the chicken to cook. We've got time to do the rice, right? So what we're gonna do is, first we gotta wash the rice. You always wash your rice. So we've got 4 cups of rice here, right? So right now, we're just going to wash this off because you want to, it's simple.
Until your water runs clear.
Yeah, until your water runs clear. See how milky it is? We're just going to keep doing that. Careful, don't lose your rice. Put your hand there for like a dam. Create a dam. Just keep working at it, little by little. Okay, so we went ahead and washed the rice, like I said before, and especially on these things, you want to make sure, on rice cookers, most of them, you make sure that you dry the outside. You don't want to leave them wet. It'll damage them if you do that, if you keep the outside wet and you put it in there. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then, like I said before, on this type of rice cooker, it's 1 to 1.5. Okay, so I've got 6 cups of water. Just gonna pour it in there. That's it. So then we close the lid.
Hand your wife the cord.
Hand my wife the cord so she can plug it in. Okay, so that's it. All right, so this type of rice cooker, all you do is push it. That's it. That's the beauty of it. All you do is push it and then let it go.
15 minutes.
It'll pop up, after it's done. It'll let you know when it's done. It'll just go to warm mode. All right, so that's a cool thing about it. All right, so now that's all we're doing. Now we'll just wait for the chicken to be done, and the rice to be done. All right. 25 minutes later, we'll check the chicken. All right. Check it out. Oh, look at that, just juice. You just check it really just by pushing on it. See, it's not giving. Nice tender. There you go. All right, so let's pull that out. So now what we're gonna do is, it's pretty much cooked, right? But we're gonna let it set for 5 minutes, right? So we're just gonna have it just sit there for 5 minutes, and we're gonna work on getting the rice done. Okay, you see, rice cooker, either way on this part, whether you did it on the stove or you did it on a rice cooker, whichever way the rice is done. Right now it's set, it's just sitting there. So what we're gonna do is open this up and we're gonna do the rest of the part. So look at that rice cooker. That's the thing, the rice cooker just goes and just makes it good. Soft rice. All right. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna set it all up for the rest of it. Okay, so now we got the rice. What we're gonna end up doing is get some cilantro in it and then get some lime. Like I said before, always wash your cilantro. And
tuck and roll, tuck and roll.
tuck. Yeah, so all we're gonna do is tuck it all up. Just bunch it all up and do a little nice little bundle, and then just sit there and okay. So there. Alright. The rest of the stuff stems we don't want. We're gonna toss that. So what we're gonna do is just finally tap this all up. Just keep going a little by little. Bring it together. Just keep dropping it down. Okay. Get off your fingers. Alright. So now we did that. We're gonna go ahead and get the rice out of the thing. Rice cooker or pan, whichever way. I'm just gonna add it to here. Ooh, steamy rice. Nice fresh rice. Alright, so however you want to make what you want to do, right? Let's just go do that, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix in some cilantro. I'm not pushing down and mushing down. I'm actually doing sideways with the thing to kind of just get it mixed into the blended in there, right? That's what I'm doing. Okay. So now we did that. If you want to add more rice, more cilantro, you can. We still got a bunch of mixture in there, so then all you do is add some lime. That'll give us a little tang, a little nice little flavor to it, completely. I'm just going all around and just adding to it. A nice little flavor to it. Get the other one in there. Okay. So there you go. That's pretty much it right there. All right, so let's get about plating it, right? Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna plate the chicken up, and I got the rice with the cilantro and lime mixture into it. Also, if you want to do as well, is I've got a video also, salsas. Watch it. I'll put in a link. Put it on the top, the link, or maybe a picture of it and stuff. But anyways, easy to make. Really simple. What you can do is also on this is you can drizzle it or just put it on the bottom, on the side, so that way you can just pick it up as you're cutting on the chicken. Look at this. So we got this chicken, right? So we're just gonna cut into it and show you. Look at that. See if I push down on the knife, you can see all the juices coming out of it. That's nice. All right, so just get some of that, get some of the sauce on there. Oh, that's good. And you get some of this rice. That's good, you can taste the lemon in it and everything. That's nice. All right, well there you go. Simple, easy, juicy, juicy chicken, right? Boneless chicken, juicy. With cilantro, lime, rice, white rice, right? Enjoy.